Have fun. Right, we're getting to the game. Oh, King Dave's coming back. Jesus. Okay, we won't worry about that. We'll pretend he's not here, which is very hard. Apologies if you hear him over my mic. He just doesn't care, though. Okay, stop. Right, so we got Jesus plus 4 buying out the Tide and the Earthshaker again. So Earthshaker being taken out. Dread on the Earthshaker. You just don't want to see it.
They're scared of it. They're terrified of it. It's been banned out every single one of these games. First and second bans. He's just not going to get to play it, and, you know, he's a solid hero. It's really affecting them by the looks of it.
Yeah, and we see again John Smedley. Dread hasn't changed his his tune. He has gone straight for the IO Troll Warlord ban, and we've got the Wisp coming out. Sorry, do you want me to say? No? Okay. Oh, and Witch Doctor and AA have been picked up now. So, what are we thinking? Is this the first AA we've seen John Smedley pick? I think it is. Or is it not? No, it's not.
I think this is what, like the second AA that's been in the whole thing?
No, well, that we've casted.
That we've casted, yeah.
Because obviously the group stages, there was quite a few, some interesting games, apparently. John Smedley went undefeated through the whole groups, coming out, and then they even put Jesus plus 4 down to the lower. And then this is a good rematch. It's good to see it all go down. Hopefully, everything will start kicking off. Now, Lion's been used to great effect. We saw Logarithmic doing big work game 1 today, earlier this morning, and we just want to see a sort of mirror of that again. Just going through, getting the blink, like when he had the Aghanims, he was popping people left, right, and centre. When you had these extended team fights, which led to the buybacks, that Lion is suddenly bringing a lot. And yes, Sniper, the Nepali Jesus Sniper. We're looking forward to seeing this. He loves the Master Commands, he loves the Armlet. I think it's underutilised, and it's going to be big for making plays happen. Now, Spirit Breaker's been banned now. Inferno Koi, when he played Spirit Breaker, I was a huge fan. Obviously, good friend, but he's had troubles this series, I think that's safe to say. And what else are we thinking with this draft, Quest?
I mean, yeah, you come up with the Inferno. They actually banned out the Spectre as well, so they are still concerned about Groaners there, even though we didn't have too much of an impact on the last one. They've obviously got less of a team that are ability to impact his level of form. They haven't got quite the mass amount of gank ability they had in the previous game.
So with John Smedley's team, they're looking to build quite a nice lineup already with the Witch Doctor and the AA, and it seems to be that a Void pickup would be pretty good here. King Dave seeming to be agreeing here. He's given the input in, and the only time they play these supports is with the Void. So it's quite interesting to see if they'll go to, for the same sort of tune there. They've Jesus plus 4. They've run the Phoenix Viper twice that we've seen. I'm not sure how much overall though, and that is a terrible thing for Groz to lane against. They shut him down. It's hard for anyone to do, well, near enough anything in that lane with everything flying at him. So what are we thinking is the plan again? To shut Groz down?
Sorry, say that again?
What do we think the plan is here? Shut Groz down and just stop the farm train from leaving the station?
I mean, it worked for the last one. He's just late game, he normally has so much and he makes such a big impact, and you can see the effect it has when they are able to shut him down like that. I think to a degree, they can try and out-carry with the Sniper and maybe a couple tankier guys. I mean, later on, if Sniper's in a good position, if they pick up the Void and he manages to get on the outside of those Chronos, he can still mess up the Witch Doctor in the AA pretty easily. Level 3 Assassinate could do a lot of damage. So, it's not terrible, but Chronos can still have a big effect with a really strong hero.
Well, Jesus plus 4. They've had the lineup before where they had Sniper, Drow, Morphling. The issue they had was the Sniper getting ran at. Spirit Breaker and Spectre, when he haunted in, those were the issues. Drow and Sniper were just falling to pieces. The Blink Dagger wasn't able to be utilised properly. And what do we see? They've learned from the mistakes, banned them out. They're not going to let it happen again. There's your Void. And, gotta say, good job there, Dave, on calling that. He's here with the stats like it's going out of business. But PA is the next pickup for Jesus plus 4. With the PA, do you think this is going to have enough of an impact early? Like the Witch Doctor AA versus Void. It's going to be quite scary if they start getting a slight lead. It's that kind of thing. Okay, we've got the Chrono up. Hey, can I suppose cross the map? Let's get it going. We've got the ward if anything goes wrong. We've got more people, but the Hex could come out. yeah, Lion, Sniper, Squishy until they get the items up, and it could be another, completely different kettle of fish. There's the Juggernaut, okay.
I mean, Jesus plus 4 have got a significant amount of burst damage, even with just the physical crits, the magical finger, and the assassinate as well. It's going to be particularly brutal for the supports, but like you say, they still got this essentially defensive wall on the Faceless Void with the Chrono. He can still trap people down. They've got the Juggernaut as well to cause some distractions with the Omni Slash. They have a pretty decent fight.
Indeed, and
10 seconds
the
remaining.
AA pick, as well as obviously working great with their lineup, it's also the denial pick from the Witch Doctor heal and the Juggernaut ward. You want to make sure that when you go in, you can back out, heal yourself up, be taking these towers with still staying at full HP from all the harassment. Okay, there's going to be shrapnels, you're going to be daggers flying out. But if, like, Lion does a ulti which doesn't result in a kill, they're going to be healing up to full very quickly, and it's going to be big cooldowns wasted. So, with the next two heroes... Oh, no, never mind. I was about to say, do we want to see something that brings a more teamfight orientated lineup for Jesus? But Magnus, do we think this is a little bit greedy now in the off lane?
I mean, it could be good. It could have a really big effect, but we have seen a lot from John Smedley, really decent positioning, and like we said before, the RP, it's a pretty hard one to hit because it's not got the greatest AoE. They need to be careful with it, and if a few mistakes are made, it could be really punishable.
Now, fair play to Jesus, they've been pulling out different strategies. They did do the Techies Magnus. It had some effect in the early game, but it kind of faltered, and their defensive capabilities went away. The Magnus then from it, Log Reaper's Magnus, he had a couple of issues, but hey, it's a new day, new games, they're coming off the win streak, they're feeling confident, so maybe he's able to get it done. There were some issues with RPs and skewers, but...
Yeah, I mean, John Smedley clearly respected it enough to go ahead and ban out the Techies for their final ban, so... Yeah, they were a little bit afraid of what could be brought out there.
And again, the amount of burst which the Zeus would provide is scary to consider when you're thinking about the Sniper and the Lion. And also, as we saw, Mute is just like a prophet, knowing where people are at all times, just able to say, okay, they're missing, this just confirm that they're going for the gank. They are. Right, we're good. That's all that matters. So, what do we want to see now out from John Smedley? It's a Storm Spirit. This is... I want to say this is the first time that Mute's played Bloodseeker Day! You saucy minx. Right, we'll be going into this game as soon as everyone loads in. Again, Potatoes on the Witch Doctor. He's being thrown onto the same hero quite a lot, so... Hopefully he's having fun with it though. I hope Witch Doctor's one of his favourites, or else a stale experience for him.
Yeah, that could be a little bit of saltiness there.
Yeah.
But the Bloodseeker, this just got interesting.
Very, very interesting. I'm a big fan of Bloodseeker, and I strongly believe in amping the Sniper as well early. Well, I'll quickly run through the Radiant if you want to run through the Dire. So, on the Radiant we have... okay, I'll be running through the teams. So, on the Radiant, we have the smoke coming out here top. They're trying to get in there early. Potentially going to have a clash here in the woods as everyone's going in to each other. We could be some big plays. In Vertikoi, on the Faceless Void, again taking the off-lane position. He's had some pretty good Void games. He's had some issues earlier in the, I believe, the group stage. He had an issue with the Void. But hey, he's had time to practice those Chronos. And we've got Grombomb on the Juggernaut, Potato on the Witch Doctor, Dread Knight on the Ancient Apparition, and Storm Spirit. Mr. Telephone Man, Mute 242. And we are waiting for the unpause. Here we go. Right, and if you want to go through the Dire now, Quest?
I'm just waiting to boot back into
Oh,
Dota
sorry,
at the moment.
right, okay, we have had a crash, sorry, I didn't,
Okay, here we go. I mean, anyone in Dota TV probably won't be able to hear me, so they may have to reconnect. No. But we have got Day playing the Bloodseeker. We've got on the Sniper Nepali Jesus, going to be very interesting. PA going to be played by Dupes with that lovely Arcana. Lion bringing up Logarithmic, and we've got Magnus in the off lane with Log Reaper once again. So this Bloodseeker, is this a support?
Well, Day has been playing the more roaming around, like as we saw earlier, he had the Spirit Breaker where he was just roaming, yes, so supporting, getting what he can, and I think he's going to be jungling here, trying to get... The greed is... I don't know, it's not so much greedy, because I very much doubt anyone's going to be rotating through to harass them too much. Maybe, obviously, when Mr. Telephone Man eventually hits 6, it's an easy kill if the Bloodseeker is low. But you should be okay just to take what you can. That Blood Rage on the creeps, you just jungle away, Blood Rage up, get your health back very, very easily. So, I think we're going to have to see Inferno play a little bit carefully because, obviously, you've got the Time Walk away, but if it results in... Well, if it results in a kill, is still very simple to see because they've got the leap forward, they've got the lion stun, they've got the hex. It could be an issue.
Yeah, there's definitely potential there to cause huge issues for Inferno.
So, Tay's out here trying to just zone out Log Reaper. He won't have the techies, the mind game factor he had before. I was talking to him after the game and he was saying it was quite nice because in the lane stage, he could just rely on getting Grodders to run away because he didn't know where the skewer would be coming from into the mines. So, Inferno just sitting here, trading hits with the Lion as he can, trying to burn through his regen. And as we said, Day will be in the jungle here, just getting it all going. We'll be interested to see what he goes for because we have seen a variety of different Bloodseeker items picked up from where we've seen him in other games. Obviously none in this tournament so far. But we still have the potential for a Blade Mail. It doesn't have as effectiveness as it did when you could Blood Rage the Ab's return damage, but hey, it's still pretty great. Nepali Jesus is maxing up his Shrapnel again. But everyone's just going to be last hitting away.
Yeah, I mean, the Shrapnel build's something that we've been seeing more and more, and I know you're a really big fan of it. Probably is the strongest way to build Sniper in general. Well,
ever since you get 3 charges, it's like the mid lane is a completely different kettle of fish. You go against someone, you start coming out of position, then suddenly you go to run back, you're in a choke point of constant slowing damage, and then you got Sniper shooting you as well, and it turns quickly. Before you know
it can be really brutal.
So again, Inferno just coming through here, trading just more hits, trying to get the XP he can in, and he's not doing too bad at the moment, 4-2, just ahead of the Magnus. Tato still around here. Has a cask available, does throw it out onto Log Reaper, will go through with a Chilling Touch, takes quite a bit of harassment, but that's the skewer. Tucks him under the tower nicely, he won't have to worry. And Inferno as well, just walking around up here top. No regen left on him now, 310 HP, and Day is just here, getting his health back, topping himself up nicely, and not really too concerned. So, Bottle now out here mid, I believe that, yep, there was a Bottle already on Storm, I just missed that on Cardio though. So, what are we expecting, though, in the sort of tempo of this game? What are we thinking for the pace of how they're going to take this?
Well, I mean, you see the Bottle coming out on Storm now, and it's exactly the same timing as Nepali who picks his up. So, for now, the pace seems pretty damn even, and it probably just comes down to maybe 1 or 2 ganks or a really big pick-off here and there that can really dictate who's going to get the momentum and who's going to be able to push a little bit more forward, and then how, obviously, the enemy team responds to that.
So currently we've got the UK mystery pause, no reason given. What do we think about this pause, Dave?
Potato's not listening.
Potato's not listening. Is that a pause reason?
It is for them.
What? Okay, well, fair enough. Well, see, I'm getting insight which I didn't know about. This is why King Dave sits here on this chair. Tread has to scream at him. Okay. Well, communication issues could be a big factor then. Mr. Telephone Man feeling the harass from that shrapnel. Nepali's just like, nah, mate, you're not coming close. But then again, Grona's top of the last hits, but you would expect this. With this Magnus being zoned out this well, he has a world open to him in the gold department. So, the Courier just delivered out top. We see Inferno standing out here. He's got a Stealth Shield, some regen as well, so he's going to be able to deal with the harassment a little bit better now. And there's just some daggers flying around as well. Bloodseeker is... his items could be very different from anything we've seen thus far. If he wants to be going in, trying to make the plays, catching the Void, it's actually a pretty nice play to be against the Void, because you get the Rupture out, he jumps in, and then suddenly you're... jumps in or out, and suddenly he's taking a lot of damage. You're like, oh damn! And then you've got the blood right down for the area denial as you're going in for a team fight. You can just do zoning blood rights. Potato is sitting on Log Reaper down here, but no real play to be made yet. Maybe if he comes, the creeps gets a cask. And and there's another pause. There was lag there. I was getting that as well. So unfortunate timing, but hey.
I mean, the cask, I don't know, does it bounce between the siege creeps?
No, but there is a range creep over here to the left that should slightly be in range. So here we go. We are going back to the game again. Apologies for the pauses. We'll go into this, and he does get the bounce off, and he goes back again. The cast comes out, and then back to him again. There's the damage. Long Reaper doesn't go down there. The ball charge wasn't enough. Potato with the last hit. And I bet he's chuffed with that bounce.
I mean, that looked like it was being microed. It was just so damn lucky.
Yeah, it was on point. It was the heat-seeking bounce, just getting what he wanted. Boots of speed now coming out to the party, so he's not going to have the fear factor. We had, I want to say it was Gators Storm v Nepali in one of the games, and they had the issues where they were trying to gank the sniper, they were committing it, but then the rotations was enough to stop any kills, and the sniper was walking away pretty confident that it all went down well. And I'm interested to see how this farm's going to go now. 38 last hits on the Juggernaut, 30 on the PA. We're going to be seeing Storm become more of a factor as the game progresses. Take into account the levels, we see A's now got 3 as well. They're all, it's fairly neck and neck farms. It's not like anyone's being completely destroyed. Bloodseeker's even, he's got 1k on himself now, and it's going to be adding up. When he starts picking up items, the stacks are coming out here. Potato is making sure it's all on point. So is Dread. They're just like, okay, we want to get Juggernaut big. Basically, they want to let Grodders farm. It's just that, isn't it? It's that simple.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking earlier about how influential the Bloodright can be in zoning out the Chronosphere and the ability of really stopping Inferno from being able to stand in that. But quite the nice thing they've got is the fact that with the Witch Doctor and with the Ancient Apparition as well, they don't necessarily need anyone to stay inside of the Chronosphere as long as they can get those big ults around and inside it.
Yeah, I agree with you here. There is a smoke out on Potato, so whether him and Dread alone would be able to make a play on the mids, we'll yet to be seen, and they are going for it now. We'll see the rotation come through. Dread Knight taking the lead. Ward's now on him as well, so they are going to be using this to try and play something. Telephone man, has he got a ring Sniper's number? They could be going in for it any second. Is there going to be the jump? Here comes the jump onto Nepali. He's got him. There's your cask. Here comes the stun. The damage is here. The TP rotation isn't enough. He counts it. Just realizes that he has to die. And that's going to happen, let's face it. Smoke, Storm Spirit jumps in, like, what more could you say to that?
I mean, it is a bigger issue because obviously they haven't got the greatest supports in ability to shut them down, even if the TP was off. Of course, you've got the Lion who's got the Earth Spike and the Hex, but that's still not guaranteed to completely save him. It's much better to try and get that Earthshaker who was banned and just land a really good fissure.
Yeah, and as we saw, just ban it out. Where it like, they could have picked it, okay, maybe, because they have been first picking Lion, but if Dread got it as well, it could have really led to a completely different situation. Again, Assassinate just being used. Harassment out onto Dread Knight. Look at that damage. And Bloodseeker has just gone straight for Tread. So that is the first thing we're going to be seeing up. Not going ridiculously greedy and just going first item minus or anything like that. Any of that pub star sort of build. Just, okay, guys, have fun playing Dota. I'm going to be in the jungle.
Yeah.
But whilst they say that, Grombomb is farming away. So he's happy to let the Bloodseeker just farm, because he's just like, whatever, I'm going to be farming up as well.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. They have got a lot of damage on Jesus support, but of course, if Gronner's going pretty damn well, he has got this Omni Slash to potentially avoid a lot of the damage.
Soaring now out on the Storm. So, he's got his Treads, he's got his Soaring, just currently crowing away. And that is a invis on the Sniper. Is it enough to make a play?
He's going to need some support, I feel like. He can't go alone because they've just got so much they can punish him with. Rotations from the supports. Even Mr. Telephone Man, although he is very low on mana right now.
Okay.
It might be best just to save it and see how the lanes develop.
Very true. And we have a Battle Shrimp coming out here for Nepali. So, not going the phase build, picking up his Treads as well. Inferno, just trying to get what he can, being cheeky. At least this is a different stage of the game. For the first game, Inferno's offlane, it was a disaster.
I mean, yeah, they just punished him so hard. They didn't let anything slip. Now he's having a bit of better time, and it does seem to be that he was in a dual lane in the last one. He's against the dual lane now. It's going okay for him.
I did talk to him between the games, and I said, what was the issue? A day is coming in. He does have Rupture of Ador. This could be what we were talking about. It goes to Tidewalk. There's the Tidewalk, and it takes, like, this is the Bloodseeker factor, where it's the level 1 ult. It does hardly anything. 20% move damage. It's not a lot, but hey, it's forced him back under his tower again, and it's only a minute cooldown, so he's not too concerned. He's just farming away.
Yeah, he could just go back into the jungle.
I really like the Bloodseeker for the Thirst as well. You get the sight on the low people, and you're just tracking all over the map, and it's so nice. I want to see Day go in this game. He's impressed me some of games earlier, and I want to see how well he can do.
Yeah, well, he went pretty manly with the Phoenix, but a little bit different with the Bloodseeker. When you can still take that damage, you still put yourself on the line.
Very, very true. 1,100 gold on him now. We'll quickly check in down bot. Log Reaper, 1k gold on him. He's working towards that blink as quick as he can. Potato's now sitting in the lane as we see Grombomb go to clear stacks. Sniper's now activating the invis. He's just got to be double dipping his runes, grabbing that one. The bounty is down here. And we're going to see Juggernaut start to slip ahead here. That's your Mask of Malice as he goes to jungle it up now. So this is nice. Gives Potato a chance to get his levels in. And the tier 1 is being focused down here top now. Logarithmic is moving behind the tower. We do see, again, Nepali Jesus is moving around, but he isn't going to commit to come up here top. And mid lane could see an issue. Nepali Jesus actually be really, really quite ballsy now. The stacks over this side of the jungle have been cleared. Nepali has got haste bolt as well, so I suppose he could afford to be. He is getting XP just from going through the tree line. There is still this major snack, and there's the shrapnel. Got to be disrupted this stuff. And Storm has still got 700 mana as well as his Soaring Use. Now coming back here, does zip him, pulls him into the creep, so he's taking extra damage. But here's your AA. Suddenly they're turning. Nepali Jesus has to use his haste rune, and he's getting out of here. A little bit of Grand Theft Auto. He might just do a drive-by. He's happy with it.
It puts a little bit of pressure to do the stack as well, because that was spotted out, but Gronas can do that really quick.
Yeah. What? Let's just check the gold graphs a second. Yeah, there's nothing in it. That's what I was thinking. At this point of the game, a slight XP lead to Jesus +4, but that's what happens when you've got a jungler, so we shall see. And Inferno Koi has taken the Rasmus out here top. Do we want to see a Mysa onto Inferno, or do you think he should just maybe consider getting his Mask of Malice Maelstrom sort of thing?
I mean, Midas could be okay. It comes down to really how late they want to go. They are going to be going against this PA, and with stuff like an Abyssal later on, a lot of crit, it could be causing a lot of issue. They could hold it pretty well. I mean, of course, Inferno isn't the guy who's the main core here, so the Midas could make him transition a little bit better into the later game.
Indeed. So there's going to be a basher out onto PA shortly, and when this happens, the dive train is going to leave the station. They're going to be going all in, diving around the clock and making plays happen, and Bloodseeker is amping the sniper. This is really, really nice, by the way. The Blood Rage Assassinate is something you don't consider often, but it's something that is constant a threat to their supports. They're suddenly getting popped from across the map, and you're like, what is happening? And Storm Spirit again jumps in on Nepali. Nepali in trouble here. There's Stag Storm, and they're all going in, and they get the kill. And as this happens, suddenly down bot, we see Magnus going for Juggernaut again. Gronas does die, but at least he takes someone with him. Omni Slash was used down here bot. So, suddenly action across the map. But Smeders has got the kill advantage at the moment.
Yeah, and actually looking at the golden experience, it's still pretty balanced, though experience is slipping a little bit in the way of Jesus +4 on 1500.
So, Bloodseeker, still a 2,200 gold on him now. We will see Logarithmic. Right, actually, I was thinking, what do you think about him just getting something just to disable the storm, just to guarantee that they get it down? But no, he has gone for the Blade Mail. Okay, so we were talking about this. Obviously, still incredibly good. If you're taking the damage, you might as well be, well, you want to go in, have people focus you instead of your sniper. You're like, okay, they're all going everything in on me. I'm able to get some health back. I want to see how ham you can go this game.
Yeah, I mean, the Blade Mail, at the very least, is going to force them to have to play around him, whether that's not focusing the Bloodseeker and letting him essentially heal up using this Blood Rage. And if they do try and hurt him, well, it's going to hurt them just as hard.
Right, let us see the carrier. Yeah, that's just the Blade Mail and the Morbid Mask. And Apologies, get his Morbid Mask out. And he's going to be getting ready for some action. Gronas is still ahead of the last hits. Well, but he has died once. He did get a kill, and he has got assist as well, so at least they're getting something for it. Up top, there is pings coming out for Inferno Koi. Movement through the tree line. This is it. Day, it's your moment. Inferno Koi will have to walk into the trees and TP if they want to go for it, but they don't. They just decide to leave him as he decides to back out, which is the safe play. And the Poly Jesus just keeps popping off at this mute Storm Spirit. It's just pop, pop around the clock. But, as we were saying, levels. It's an important factor to consider. Mateo is only level 6, AA is only level 7. This is the jungle. They haven't been punished too heavily for having a jungler, and if the Bloodseeker doesn't have much impact, it's got to then mean that Jesus are then falling down the stairs quickly, and the game's going out of their favour.
I mean, one of the nice things about Smeders this game is that for the last two, we've seen Dread Knight play heroes who are fairly greedy. You've got the Axe and the Nyx, and they could do with some good items, and obviously you've got stuff like the Scepter, which is great on the Ancient Apparition, but arguably he can share a bit of the load with Potato a little bit more. Potato can maybe build some of the more core items that they were trying to get in the last one a little bit quicker, because, I mean, hey, the warding can be split out a little bit more.
Yeah, he has had to... Obviously, I feel like I haven't given Potato enough credit, because it's very hard to overlook the people who've been forced to, okay, you have nothing this game, you're buying wards. And currently he's 2-0-1. He got that great cask earlier in the game, he caught Log Reaper out, he was able to make the plays happen, and it's just whether he can get another Aghanims and keep on flowing with it. P8 is level 9 now, has got the bash on him, well as the Lord Blast. We've got Mask of Madness onto Sniper. We wanted to see this Lion Blink being thought about. We want to see him getting ready to go.
I mean, that can be pretty terrifying. They've got the Mask of Madness. They can also drop the Blood Rage on top of that. How do those two interact?
Pardon, sorry?
How does the Blood Rage and the Mask of Madness tend to interact? Does it work well?
Well, they'll get the health pool from the kill, so it's obviously sustained. Oh my god. The damage amp will be a big issue, though. The fact of the matter is, if Sniper's caught, and he doesn't have like a Scally or something, with Mask of Madness on, and he's in a Chrono, he's probably got to go down anyway, let's face the facts.
Yeah.
But we will see overall how it flows. I want to see Blood Rage still be hit on a Sniper, because he's got his team to go in. PA's going to be blinking in, and down bot, Log Reaper does fall. I do miss that kill there, sorry about that. Grodders just goes in with the Omni Slash, but that's what's going to happen. He's got Mask of Madness and a Yasha. He's just going to run in, 497 movement speed when he's got Mask of Madness popped. He's just going to go in, get the kills, make the plays. And let's just go have a quick look at, so 780 XP, 377 gold, and now Grodders is happy to go up here top. We see the TP rotations again. Mr. Telephone Man will fall to PA, but there's your Chrono. Grodders is up here, is caught in the Chrono, but PA should still go down easily. Shame that Mr. Telephone Man will fall, but 3 going down top, hey, it's not too bad.
They'll take that trade, particularly considering that Grodders was able to pick up a kill.
Yeah, Lion did die at the start of that exchange as well. So, AA, Void, getting it done. With Juggernaut there and the Storm, they're able to make something happen. They're getting the tier 1s, and it's going to be quite nice. Whilst this happens though, Jesus is just farming mid. Has died twice so far, so he's just going to be quite careful to make sure he can get his farm in and he can slip ahead. The net weapon girl is obviously in the lead, farming extremely well whilst able to get the kills as well. Juggernaut getting the tower last hit, very nice. As this happens, we got Magnus down here, but he has got his Arcane Sword as ball, 1.6k gold. He really needs his Blink aside because he could just be run down. Sergeant Yasha now out here on Juggernaut. Sergeant Yasha, Mask of Madness, and Treads with an Aquila with 17, well, coming up to 18 minutes in. Bloodseeker now picking up the medallion. That's going to be quite nice for his team going in. Obviously, you got the PA and the Sniper. They want to go to town on these people. I think there's going to be a bit of pressure on Log Reaper later on to land fairly decent RPs, at least to disable the Storm, because if Storm doesn't get caught in this, the Hex could be used on someone else, then suddenly Storm's just zip-zapping along. He zips where he wants, and he's just getting the plays in. And there is another smoke coming out here.
I'll take that as tribute.
Day, going in. They've got to just go for Roshan, by the looks of it. Jesus going to be shooting away. Blood Raged up with the double damage and the Empower. He is going to town on this. Has kept his headshot at 1, not going for the 2 value points, but he needs to take aim at Max to stay away from the Storm, Void and stuff. So he just needs to be, make sure he's not getting caught yet. And Aegis now going up to Jesus. This is nice. If they spend a lot of mana on the Storm to get this, they're not going to be coming out with just another sniper kill. and then they back out. They're going to have to commit more, which means you then got your RP coming in, you got your Lion coming in, and then suddenly this fight's changing.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Log Reaper actually got an invis rune right now, hanging pretty deep in, checking if he can catch somebody. But he's so close to his blink dagger, he probably doesn't want to risk it without a guarantee.
True, true. Blood Rage being spammed like it's going out of business. Constantly hearing the blood just splurting around. And there's got to be a Maelstrom being the next pickup here, so he's not going for his Musk Madness Armlet standard build, especially when you go into an AA. Why would you? You don't want to be toggling with that around the place. And there's your Empower on today. Just got to be clear in the Ancients. Only a double stack, but hey, extra gold in the pocket. Getting it done. So, Log Reaper, about to have his Blink Dagger. There we go. As I say it, he gets it. Ready to go in for the big RPs now.
What do you reckon? Is now the time for them to try and take a fight, or...?
If he can catch Storm, Storm at least, if they get the RP off and Juggle, they can kill him before he's able to get anything off. Because Grottis is going to be trying to just Musk Mass and get the ult slash off. There's your AL onto PAP. He's now just going to have to back out. Playing it safe. They know the ult's down, but they could just stand around here. With Log Reaper, they could defend the tower easily. The Party Jesus is there to hold as well. Assassinate on just used for sight again. It's just that constant, okay, what's going on? We can see him across the river. Let's just check again. Let's check again. Looking at the, oh, here we go, down bot there. Regen has been spotted, but Dread Knight will be going down here. The Rupture comes out as well. There's the Assassinate being pre-casted, so he gets the kill. Log Reaper just gives him a biff, walks away a second, then comes back just to finish him up. He's like, oh, you're not dead yet? So let's quickly check the site. As we can see for the Radiant, they can see the mid lane and obviously the bot rune. So they didn't really have much prior warning to know that they were going to get caught there. And again, the Dire have some pretty good sightlines as well. Just check it up top. It's more, well, this one was more for when they were farming away, and it's a bit, as we can see, just fading now.
Yeah, and I mean, that sight on Smedis is a little bit unfortunate, because you can see that Dread Knight, he has picked up the point booster, so he is going a little bit greedy, and the same's actually said for Potato. He's gone for the point as well. He is picking up some sentries. They want to get rid of that ward now that Dread Knight's died to it. But they may actually struggle to get some really good vision out here and go for the full chrono opportunities that they want to make with these Aghanims.
Now, Jugger, Blink Dagger. This is really nice. I think this is definitely the right call from Grottis to be able to get in, catch the sniper, catch who he wants, and then again, down bot, storms through with the zip and catches Log Reaper. Log Reaper is just taking so much damage. There's TP rotation. Is it too late? Mr. Telephone Man has already left. Bloodseek's now turned up, but oh, and there's your fucking Blink Dagger into the Omni slash Day suddenly dies. I was going to say, is Grottis going to go in? But as I'm thinking it, he just does it. Grottis is just the action.
He goes when he wants.
He gets it. He gets it done. Right, Inferno Croy, getting assassinated up. Doesn't dodge it, but hey, got to get the backtrack all over the place. Witch Doctor just healing him up though, so it doesn't really have any impact. Maelstrom and Musk Madness up on Nepali. It's got to be shooting like it's going out of business. You got Blood Rage. You can also add the Empower. It's got to be really, really quite tasty. So, just a quick summary of what's been happening so far. Smeders, they had one game coming up from the winner bracket advantage, and we've got Jesus +4. They're 2 games in.
Yep.
2 solid wins, I think it's safe to say. The first one they were looking a little bit shaky, but they managed to get it at the end. Towards the end of it, they were very confident. I heard there was some cheers, there was some shouting at the enemy team as well, I believe. But well, we don't get to see all of that, so.
Yeah, I mean, in the defense, both games have gone over 40 minutes, so neither of them have been a complete stomp.
True. Jesus just getting bounties, getting invis, sneaking around, being all over the place. Let's check the graphs. Do you want to go through those quests?
Yeah, we've just got actually a complete balance on the net worth right now, sitting on 0. A Storm Spirit goes in, and they do catch for 2 with the Ice Blast, 3 making it onto Khalifa. They get the RP, and they do drag Mr. Telephone back into the finger, and he falls. Now they're going for crits here, but the Death Ward comes out. BKB gets popped. They get 1 crit onto Potato. They're going to look for a little bit more. Assassinate comes out, as does the stun, and they manage to bring down 2.
That was kind of a bit of an exchange which was started by Smeders and crew. They had the Storm Spirit, they wanted to go for a zip in, but then suddenly the RP comes out, catches another, then it's looking good for Jesus +4. They've taken these exchanges, now pushing tier 2, so you got Lion with his Blink Dagger. Suddenly, Mr. Telephone Man is in a lot of trouble. The Lion factor against him anyway. He zips in, gets hexed out, AO is going to connect onto Sniper. There is a TP. There's the Chrono. Only catches PA. But can they get more? Storm Spirit now TP'd into the Chrono, into the Blood Riot as well. But no, able to get out of the Blood Riot time. Long Reaper goes in. Nepali Jesus being focused down. Mr. Telephone Man. He's bleeding all over the place, but he's still zipping away. Daze chased him. Got to finish it off. He's just like, I'm going to kill myself. I won't let you touch me. Goes in. Going for Long Reaper. Grombomb again focused now. There's the cast. Beautiful play from Mateo. Nice stun back from Logarithmic though. And we do see dupes on PA trying to focus down Inferno Coin. Can Inferno dodge more? But we see Juggernaut chewing through him. There's your healing more down, and it's going for a triple. It's a 3-piece from Grombomb. He gets it done. Triple, and he kills who he wants. He's got 5-man white.
So, Dupes actually made a bit of a misplay there. He blinked in to go in onto, I believe, the Juggernaut. As he blinked, the cask was following him, and he dragged it into the rest of his team.
That was an issue. So Phantom Strike kind of being the downfall of that fight there. The cask from Potato able to just sort everything out there at the last moment and get it all wrapped up nicely.
I mean, what do you think, Cask? One of the most annoying abilities in the game?
Well, it's certainly that way when you're standing next to someone, but it's the case where you shouldn't have been hugging them in the first place, because now you're caught out and getting murdered. Oh man. Well, we shall see. The difference in net worth. It's still anyone's game. I think that's safe to say, isn't it, Quest?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, 2K, that's absolutely nothing compared to some of the leads we've seen so far.
True. And even then, some of those people have squandered those leads. So 10k plus going down the drain is not, I would say, the norm, but it's something we have seen. Right. So, Day, bonus next time. Could it be a full stealth, potentially? I mean, that's going for... There could be a Yules. The cancellation is really nice for the TBs as well, but they've got a lot of choice here. I mean, it could even be a day and just get an amp going in, just zip zapping. Witch Doctor would pay the price then, so will the A, and they want to get another tower down. They do have the RP ready to go, and the shrapnel is just being used, making sure they zone out. What do they need? Faceless did get his Midas, so at least if the game goes, as the game goes later, I should say, it's going to be paying for itself twice over. There's going to be a basher out onto Grombomb. 2.3k gold in him as well. The tower does go down, but as this happens, we've got people farming across the map.
I mean, right now, there's probably quite a bit of pressure onto Inferno. Like you said, he has got the Midas, so they are going to try and get some of these bigger items up on him. But it's also down to, as he gets hexed up, they do throw absolutely everything. Blood Riot comes out, and the Skewer, moving him along. The cask is going. We've got the Omnislash bringing down Day. They're going in now onto Log Reaper, zipping about. They managed to make a double kill for Grombomb. Assassinate comes out to him, but that makes no difference. They managed to pick one up for the Storm Spirit as well. Chronosphere cancels out the TP. The BKB getting worn down, and they are going to bring down Dupes as well. 4 for 0.
Oh man, oh man. Well, Jesus +4, having a couple of team fights not go their way there. There was a buyback from the Void, but if you get a Chrono to catch the PA, worth it?
Pretty damn worth it, yeah.
So, 5.7k XP change to the Radiant. Smeders getting 1.1k gold in their pockets as well. A lot of cooldowns used, but it doesn't really matter now. They can get another tower. They're getting it feels like they're getting their confidence back, getting back into the groove of things.
Yeah, I mean, these wins are really what they need in these team fights because it does such big, particularly for the supports. Dread Knight's now 500 away from his Scepter, which is going to make the Chrono combination that much stronger. And it's also doing a lot of work for the Witch Doctor as well. He's currently sitting on nearly 2k.
Wow. We have seen the Abyssal out already on Juggernaut. I said about them feeling the confidence again, but I don't think Grora's ever lost to. He's 913, ridiculously far ahead on the net worth, and his farm just shows. It's insane how much work he can do now. Obviously, Juggernaut, everyone and their mother has been picking Juggernaut, but hey, or banning it. Like, I believe Juggernaut was banned by... no, it was Troll and Whisper that Dread was banned, wasn't it? At the start of each game.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so it was the Jugger. There have been lots of Juggernaut bans as well, though. So, Log Reaper. Are we saying... Okay, they're going to get the initiation on you now. They're going to be getting some big plays coming out. But whether Log Reaper can get these RPs coming in, that's the question on everyone's lips.
Well, I mean, what are we thinking? If he does get this RP, what's the dream? That they get the Blood Right off, a couple of crits. Is it worth Dupes trying to get a Blade Fury at some point?
Well, if he got a Battle Fury, I don't think... Well, he could go back for a value Battle Fury, but I think he's more worried about making sure he's not locked down too much. So, He's got his BKB. He's getting his Sange together, so could be going for Abyssal shortly after this. And when that happens, he's going to be able to murder the Storm Spirit and hopefully make enough of an impact there. We see Storm going into the Roche Pit. Just check it out. They do know that it's down. They get the site down and they just get the counter ward on the go. So Koryat flying out here now. That is your Yules onto your Bloodseeker. I like it. Movement speed keeps you topped up for where you throw out your Blood Rights and your Ruptures. And more importantly, TPs. You can't just get TP'd out of as well from that. It's also useful. You take, like, the Void Leaps here. If he's used same time, straight up in the air. And there is rotations. One team smoking around. They are literally going around the clock. As this happens, they go into their jungle, changing places. No one is shown on the map for either team, checking the vision. No one knows what's going on.
I mean, this is where you really want that Mute Zeus.
Although I say that, there is lines being drawn from Smedders. Mute is saying about drawing through the middle, going this way round. So he's saying there's bits of rotations. This is the wraparound though. Jesus +4. They've gone the long con. They've just double smoked. It's just time for a smoke, apparently. They're going around, and again, they're going through the jungle. So Jesus and that, they've now covered around. They're not going for Roshan. They are now playing detective game, trying to work out where they are. They smell them, and this is going to be where it happens. Infernokoi breaks the smoke. Two people here. This could be the Chrono. Infernokoi doesn't get it. Can't see it. There's the three-man Chrono. Infernokoi. And as that happens, we see the zipping from Mr. Telephone Man. Catches Lock Reaper. Got to stop him going down. And that's your Blood Right coming out. And they managed to get the turn on it. PA nearly goes down. There's the Omni Slash. And Sniper Willful. And that's Bloodseeker running away like an absolute mad one. 700 on movement speed. You can't catch Sonic, I'm afraid. Wow.
There was actually a really interesting play by Dredger in that as well. He elected to let the Ice Blast just go through the people in the Chrono and focus down onto the Sniper with the pure damage. It was really nice.
Very, very nice. And they're going to take Roche for this. This is, I gotta say, the double smoke really paid off for them there. Being able to just stay back, they're like, okay, they're not showing themselves. Something's happening. They're moving around the map. They haven't taken Roshan, but we'll have to see what happens now. Bloodseeker. Do you think he hasn't had the impact they were hoping for, or it's that the team fights have just gone wrong? Because Grombomb he's a big boy now.
I mean, it's an interesting pickup. The silence can have an absolutely huge impact, but it does seem like whenever he's been using it, a lot of the big spells may have already been used, and he's not quite having the impact that they want in that aspect.
Very true. Bloodseeker, just still in his old favourite spot, farming up through the woods. It's quite nice to see him actually ahead of the Sniper. It's not what the Snipers, well, not what Jesus +4 actually wants, but it shows that he can get quite a lot of farm. Sniper, only Muskermanus and a Maelstrom. He dies so quickly. Well, actually I say that as he gets an all so he's slightly tankier now. So, he's getting there. I think as he builds it, like a Scatty would really, really help him out. He needs something to give him that just more effective HP, just more health. He wants to be tankier for when Storm Spirit jumps in. It's whether Storm's able to just finish him off though is another thing. Just go in, silence, you got the Orchid, and oh my god, he's got to just be murdered by Mr. Telephone Man.
Yeah, Potato's chilling out right now with the 2.2k on him. He could go for the majority of his scepter if he wants, but it seems like with the free scepter he's saving out. He's going to see if he can buy it. Just full swag all the way through as soon as he hits that 3k.
Potato's been really on point this game. Getting those casks, they've won him some fights. I think that's safe to say. Using the ward as well when the Chrono's going down, that was the setup from Inferno, obviously you could say, but the smoke plays. It's a team effort, and Smedders are now pulling the teamwork in. Blink Dagger up on Void, I think this is nice. They have to be able to initiate. They need to be able to move around, and I think that's what it comes down to. Not so much, each team could kill each other quite easily in pure damage. It's just who's getting their first spells, who's getting the initiation, the Chrono, who's hitting the RP, who's getting hexed first. Will the Juggernaut get his Omni Slash off? That is the real question.
Absolutely.
And PA, oh no, just throw the dagger. You don't want to just go into a Juggernaut, though, who's got, well, apparently if you're Bloodseeker, you do. Going in, gets the Rupture off. Grombomb just standing there. Gets the Blood right through. Here we go. We see the Infernokoi, the double blink in. Look at that distance, but there's your RP. Catches on two, but it's just the denial RP. Suddenly they're shifted along, but it doesn't really matter that much. Infernokoi backtracks the finger. Lassie giving them the finger back. then suddenly, there's your stun, going on to Juggernaut, Storm Spirit, Mr. Telephone Man, Days going it down, the Blade Mail had no effect, and it's another 3-piece for him. PA's in trouble, beyond godlike, that's going to be a tier 2, and is it going to be more? Man, oh man, it was a 2-man RP, and they still couldn't make the plays. What are we saying?
It just seems like Smeders, they do this every game. They'll die a little bit, and then they'll decide, alright, now it's time to kill absolutely everyone we see very, very quickly.
Yeah, and this is some pressure on high ground very early. Then again, the Juggernaut. This is why a lot of teams abandon it out. Like, he is... I don't want to say, well, actually, yeah, I'm going to say out of control. He's just doing so much, and Storm don't care. He's just zipped to their pool with the Aegis on him. He's just like, yeah, this is fine. Mr. Telephone Man. What a game. I got to say, Inferno's initiation there. You blink in with Time Walk. As he's blinking in with Time Walk, he then blinks in further. It's a play. It is a play.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. And I mean, it secures Gron his MKB as well, so he's going to be even more trouble, particularly for the PA.
So regen is bot, and that is a Storms. He is shoved to grab the regen, being on 0 mana as well. Oh my god, 300 last hits onto Gronas. Considering he's also, let's just check this, 11-1-4. Mr. Telephone Man's been doing work as well. Inferno Koi, I think the score is not showing the picture there. He is setting up nice crows. They're being like 3-man plus each time. He's got to be getting it done.
Do you reckon that, I mean, he's sitting on quite a bit of gold. Do you reckon a Scepter could be viable for him now?
Well, as we were talking about, we were saying about they've got enough damage to kill each other if they've just shown each other over and over again. It's just coming out who gets the initiation, and there's your zip up top. Log Reaper in trouble again. He's just in the lane for a second. He pops the Ghost Scepter, but it doesn't matter. There is your Orchid. Oh dear. PA needs to be thinking the next item now. Is it? People talk about PA's effectiveness early, and do we just feel that the window of opportunity is just closing?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of problematic here. She can be pretty strong early game, but it does come down a lot to RNG, stuff like the Stifling Dagger and some of the crits. And she doesn't completely drop off late game. They do still have potential, but with the MKB on the Juggernaut, with the farm coming out on Inferno, and even Potato picking up his Scepter, it's getting less and less likely.
True. Roshan up in just about, well, just under 4 minutes now. Next Aegis, you put that on Mr. Telephone Man again. He's like, right, see you guys later. I'm zipping in. Goes hardcore. They throw a lot of stuff at him. Like last fight, he still didn't die. If that happens, the fight is Smeders. They've got the fight.
Absolutely.
So, John_Smedley doing the Dota here. Let's quickly go through the items. AA with the Aghanims obviously going to make everything a lot tastier for when they get the Chrono off. It just guarantees the ulti just hitting them, getting the Tracer off, making sure they don't get the regen, and obviously the lifesteal on the Sniper. Bloodseeker as well in particular. I think going Bloodseeker against the AA could be a bit of a struggle, so maybe it wasn't ideal, but they're like, okay, we're going to go with this anyway. As long as I could outplay it, you get the movement speed, you could potentially dodge it, you just need to have the true sight for the Tracer. But anyway, going through the other items, Witch Doctor got his Aghanims. We've seen that they've been disabled together. They've been all lined up in a nice chrono. He drops the Aghanims outside. Are we going to see the Potato Rampage?
I mean, it's a pretty bumpy ride. It's just so damn strong. It's only level 2 Death Ward as well at the moment, so a couple more team fights going their way, and it's going to become even stronger.
And as someone has called out, Mr. Telephone Man is disconnecting Jesus plus 4's phone line. They are just getting it done. Zipping in all over the map. But Jesus plus 4, they've had 2 really strong games. They could afford to lose one if, well, I think that's safe to say. Obviously, they don't want to lose. They don't want to be going down this game. They want to be winning this now, cleaning up shop. And it's not over yet, but it is looking grim. Difference in net worth, we see Storm and Juggernaut in the lead. And we talk about in the lead. Look at Juggernaut, 25k net worth down to PA's 12. The difference shows a nice 25k lead. And Grombomb's ready to blink in, go for the kills. He's got Omni Slash available with his Abyssal. We'll see how he does. Tower just going to be going down now.
Yeah, they chuck out the Ice Blast just to secure the lack of defense on the tier 2 essentially, and they'll probably just chill out for the 20 seconds for that to come back until they try and attempt at the T3.
Indeed. Well, whether there's any potential plays here. Mr. Telephone Man with the DD. He's just going to be going back. I think I'm getting a message here from King Dave, and it's just, you don't let Grom farm. You let that happen, and it all goes to pot. And it's just, he's farmed. I think that's what's happened.
Absolutely, they did so well denying it last time, but it's not quite gone that way this time.
True, very true. He's now got, he's got his travels, he's got his monkeying bar. Obviously, he's probably going to be looking to change out his Mask of Madness shortly. SMY could be changing as well, but what do we see here? That is a Mystic Staff coming out for the AA. Oh man, if he gets a Scythe, what's going to happen?
It's going to be pretty bloody brutal.
This is the AAOE just keeping them in the pool as well. They're like, oh, we have to just wait. What more can we do? And obviously, it's not all about kills, but it's painting the picture here that they've been struggling. They've had a couple of good team fights earlier in the game, but since then there was the one near mid where it was a back and forth exchange. They beat that. Then there was a fight down bot, and it all went wrong there. There was the buyback that caught the TP, and it's nasty work.
Yeah, and these fights are just getting harder and harder. Like you say, they're already building the Scythe on the Ancient Apparition. They've already got the Abyssal Blade. They've had that for a long time by now. They can really lock down the core guys.
Exactly. PA, just start stepping a little bit out there. I think he wants to throw the dagger, just try and keep eyes on the prize. And Dread Knight, under the cover of smoke, sneaks in the vision. But do we have any sentries up here? Nope. There is no sentries out on the Dire at the moment. So look at the coverage there Radiant have got. They can see, well, they can see anything from the mid lane down when they go to rotate in and defend. So they can put the pressure on. Very nice. I'd like to see anyone try and get out of this base without them knowing. Oh, again in mid we see the zip forward, but then zip straight out. He's just zip, bip, bubbly bip, going around, seeing what he can grab. Hey, he doesn't have to worry.
Fortunate Lincoln's helping there as well.
Yeah. So, any closer to the Abyssal on PA? PA hasn't had much movement in their items. Choked, I believe, is what it is. They're being choked out for farm. They starved off the map, and that's the Roshan. Storm with the Rosh. It's just Juggernaut walks in, does it. Cheese still down there. He's got Aegis and Cheese. Storm with an Aegis and Cheese.
I mean, you're going to be hard pressed to control this guy now.
He is got to be all over the place. The Hex can only do so much, unless the Bloodright is able to get off of them. But I don't think they've got enough guaranteed disable, apart from the RP, to get the Bloodright off, and it's not happening. I've got to say, it's not so much a huge misplay from Jesus plus 4, because they've been playing as well as they can. It's that Smeders, their position has been on point. They've been spread well. They've got the correct items they need. They've got the blink on the blink on the Juggernaut and the Faceless Void. It's enough to just dodge, and here comes the jump in. Logarithmic intro, Bloodright, and he's like, see you later, pop the cooldown as well. Mr. Telephone Man rings his number yet again. What is happening? Oh, and again, more assassinates thrown. Juggernaut, chewing through the tower.
I mean, it's like you say, Smeders' positioning, it's something we've seen throughout the whole tournament, really. A lot of people have drafted things like the Faceless Void, the Magnus against them, and they've never had the opportunity. As Void does go in, he gets the Chrono onto Dupes, they get the Omni Slash as well. Magnus beeps right into there, Die getting a lot of damage, and he does fall. The Ice Splash doesn't really catch, they manage to catch the RP, and it's a big crit, but here comes the Death Ward, dragging Dupes down as well with Mr. Telephone Man. Grondbomb still alive, going against the Parley, and brings him down pretty much instantly. Reaper force to Mr. Telephone Man on a godlike. They're dragging Dupes back after the buyback. They're going to try and stay alive. So many buybacks right now. It's free. And two for Summer. There are about 3 or so buybacks there.
Yeah, we'll be going for that shortly, but Mr. Telephone Man will be getting caught here. There is a cast, but it's not going to be a bounce. PA trying to focus on Mr. Telephone Man, but he's still got his Aegis. We've got Mute getting out of this one. The stun does come out to PA, but he's going to be able to zip himself out. I think A is happy to just go down here. He's like, whatever. I've gone down. We've got 3 buybacks. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to check that fight recap at the end there because, oh no, Mr. Telephone Man, the fight ain't over. Log Reaper, he's feeling the storm. Mute 242, getting it done. He's just like, okay, I don't have to leave yet. There's your dagger. They're going through for more. Sniper's still on the case. He's got some mana. He's got a Bloodstone with 13 charges. They're not going to want to try and finish that now.
That's actually really good for Mute, because it's been a little while since he's had any decent amount of charges. So this is going to be doing a lot for his mana.
Exactly. Man, oh man, let's quickly just check current code. Juggernaut's saying it a casual 6k along with the Storm. That's pretty obscene.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit better for the Storm, seeing as he's actually got slots to buy things with.
Well, Juggernaut was probably thinking about replacing his Musquares or his Sergeant Yasha shortly. Wants to get truly 6-slotted, you know, like proper costs. Obviously, he's got to keep his buyback just in case, but there's your Scadio Jesus. 44 minutes, Mask of Madness. We've got the Maelstrom and the Scally. Too little, too late? What do we think, Quest?
I mean, they've still got big amounts of initiation, and they've still got the damage. I mean, we saw how quickly Nepali just fell to the Juggernaut. It was like 3 or 4 hits, and yeah, the Scardy's going to give him a bit of a boost, but the question is, how much of a boost is he going to need to survive Gronas?
Yeah, Gronas has been getting it done all over the map. Infernakoi, hey, he hasn't got a kill yet, but he's been there for everyone. I've got to say, Mute Storm Spirit as well has, well, it's been near enough on point every fight. He's just getting kill after kill, zipping around. He's pushing it to the limit as well to just get the kills, and focus so many cooldowns onto himself whilst not dying. Obviously, being the key point. You don't want to go down here. You could be that ballsy and still die. So, Phantom Assassin, Sergeant Yasha, 45 minutes in. I'm not sure if that's the item, but
I mean, King Dave's shaking his head. He's not feeling it.
the desperation, yeah, the Bissell would. It feels like they still need the lockdown here, but it might be that he can guarantee what he can get now, and it might come down to the next team fight there. So that we're like, we need to think of something. We need to be able to get something now, and hey, maybe this is it. So Date has got to go Scepter, Nepali Jesus, get him powered up. I think they still need to try and keep buffing up Nepali, but it is so hard to keep Storm away from Storm and Faceless away from you. But hey.
Yeah, I think you've pretty much hit it on the head there with the Storm being really significant in this, and Inferno as well. I mean, his score does not reflect how well he's been doing this game. Even
Really
the level
doesn't.
of assist with 8 of them, it does seem like he's made a lot more plays than that, and he has set up a lot.
So, Hex coming out here. Let's quickly go through the buybacks. Buybacks out on Storm, the Juggernaut and Bloodseeker. Everyone else, we've got Sniper down, we've got PA with the time, all of those buyback at the same time, and the Magnus. The rest is just gold issues. So 3 of Jesus plus Cup 4 can't buy back. If they take this, they win the game. Near enough. Yeah,
Essentially, yeah.
Juggernaut just gets in, gets a tier 3. Rapture onto... Oh, this is nice. Juggernaut's now taking half health. Have to force the heal award. But will they be able to get anything? As this happens, Storm's just at your other door.
Just look at the heal from Potato and Grom there. That was ridiculous. Back to full health in an instant.
Up top, Mr. Telephone Man goes in, gives Day some issue, and there's your Ghost Scepters. They're both popped, so they take it all. Inferno, now in here. There's your ward out, gets on 3 AO to follow as well. We see Dooms trying to jump in. He clears up the Potato, kills him there. Gronas hold his ground. The Bissell's up, the PA. He's got the Monkey Bar as well, so your evasion AO, but you have Blood Rights there, so the Bloodseeker did buy back. Juggernaut's brought back as well. Storm, got to be backing out. Inferno doesn't dodge that one, so he's not that. Oh, here we go. Sniper's now going to full Nepali Jesus. Little bit of a block from Bloodseeker. The blame was pretty nice, but Gronas doesn't care. Gronas just going for it. There's your GG. And we're going to the next game. 2-2. Deciding game. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Wow. Any words, Dave, to summarise on? Smedley, yeah.